WWE World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro versus John Cena versus Christian versus Sheamus. Holy shit, that's a lot of stuff to talk about to introduce this match. But let's go into the match itself. Started off with Sheamus and Cesaro. I was a little bit surprised on that. I actually thought Daniel Bryan would start it off with Cesaro. And maybe if he would have, it maybe would have like started off better. The beginning of this with Sheamus and Cesaro really wasn't that entertaining to me. The majority of it that was good was because of Cesaro. Sheamus is one of those guys that I think he can fill a good spot here every once in a while, but I don't think he's anywhere near as good as WWE puts him out there to be. And in this match, I would say Cesaro was one of the main people who kept it from turning sour. Daniel Bryan, of course, was a big feature. Christian did pretty well. He didn't play as big of a part in it as he probably could have if they would have had maybe I don't know, a firmer grasp of whether or not he was a heel or babyface. Because I'm sure he's like going for like this heel kind of thing now, but this was sort of up in the air right then. So um, predictable outcome at the end with the interference. I don't like when they have to do interference for everything like that. I think that cheapens everything. I would have rather seen Randy Orton just win, and maybe I don't know. Maybe he does like something on his own to cheat, like he low blows Daniel Bryan or something like that. But having multiple people come out interfering on behalf of him and all that, that just seems kind of cheap to me. So it was good, but it wasn't great. And it is what it is. We knew what was going to happen. We knew what we were going to get for WrestleMania. So that is another thing that hurt it. Peyton?
If I had to rate this on a list of all the other Elimination Chamber matches, I would probably say this falls somewhere right in the middle. There was all talented guys in there, so you weren't going to have a bomb. But there really wasn't anything particularly special about this one. We didn't really even see anything particularly exciting except for Christian doing that one body splash off the top of the pod. That was really cool, especially for my friends who I had watching who had don't watch wrestling very often. They don't get to see stuff like that. That was the first time they saw an Elimination Chamber match, let alone someone jumping off of a height like that. So that was exciting for them to see. No one else really, I feel like, brought it like that. Everyone else was just kind of there, and they just went through the motions that they had planned out. I didn't really feel the Wyatt family involvement. I don't want this Bray Wyatt versus John Cena match. I don't get their purpose of breaking into this match. I don't know what their motivation is. None of that made sense to me. So in the end, it was just a MacGuffin to get the title on Randy Orton, to get John Cena the match specifically, but to get to the end, which was Randy Orton holding onto that title, which I also think was a mistake. I think you obviously already by the time this pay-per-view was happening, knew that the fans did not want Randy Orton versus Batista. And I think they just had to let their pride down and stop saying, well, this is the match we got and they're going to get it. Damn it. Like, listen to what they want and get that title on Daniel Bryan. Like, and we could be saying this prematurely. And once again, maybe the end plan is for Daniel Bryan to find a way to be in the WrestleMania main event and we'll all be wrong, blah, blah, blah. But this was really the last chance. I think a lot of people saw it, and when it didn't happen. It was a knife that cut deep in a lot of people. They were showing those reaction shots to people all through the arena.
Oh, God.
Which people just were devastated.
There was this overwhelming look of just like, well, there is fucking WrestleMania. And it wasn't anger of like, damn it, Randy Orton, you beat the baby faces. It was just like, fuck.
No, yeah, it was that realization of, well, our main event is Batista Randy Orton. Like, yeah, it seemed likely up till then, but that was the confirmation of, well, that's it.
It was sheer disappointment and dread. It was just, ugh. I felt bad for them, and then sunk into me that, yep, that's it.
They just kept showing like face after face. Everybody had the same exact look.
It was a sea of angry Miz girls, essentially.
You know what ran through my head? Have you seen that Futurama episode where they're just throwing people in the volcano? It's dead, Jim. It's dead, Jim.
Yeah.
That was Mania. It's dead, Jim.
Wego, what did you think about the match, though?
The match, I actually really enjoyed the Elimination Chamber. I think it's not one of the best, but it fits in kind of the upper middle area. Cesaro looked like a beast in it, and Daniel Bryan never disappoints. I just didn't enjoy the ending of it with Kane interfering, and it was so fucking predictable after he came down to the ring too. So, the shitty ending, but the bulk of the match was pretty fun.
Alrighty, that'll rule us out for all of the Elimination Chamber stuff. Make sure you guys send your comments and tell us what you guys thought about each and every match that we had talked about. One last thing to do in the last part coming your way.